everybody, it's the 13th Wolfman. You know what today is? Today is day 23. Day 23 of the 31 days of horror. 31 movies, 31 days. We talk a little, review a little. And it's a fun thing to do. I've been doing this for quite a long time. 11 years, man. Every year I do the 31 days, no matter what. Sometimes they're a struggle. I know in the beginning, it was like, oh my God, what am I doing? I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Nowadays, I plan it all a little bit farther ahead. I'm not the only one doing it. There are people like Brother Max, the one and only MSJ. I Am the Ice Lord, Mood 616, Double Shot J, Nightmare Maven, Tony has 9 Fingers, Retro Horror, Random Horror, and Let's Talk About Movies, plus many, many others. If you go over to Brother Max, he'll ramble off some other people that I don't even know. I mean, but there's a lot of people doing the 31 days. And before we get started, let's talk about liking, subscribing, and sharing. Oh my! Yeah, and you always got to comment. Because I always want to know what you have to say. I might like this movie. I might, there might be something about that I really, really dig. But there might be something about it you never liked. So tell me about it. Today, and when you do subscribe, hit the bell, ding the bell, ring the bell. Today is just another Italian Sunday. That's right, it's Italian Sunday. I've been doing this every year for a couple years now. On the Sundays in the 31 days, I do an Italian film, and this year they've been pretty good. Not to say that the other years they weren't good. I'm just saying that the choices have been pretty good. The first 3 weeks of the first 3 Italian Sundays this year, because the first Sunday this year I didn't do Italian Day. I was doing something else, but the first 3 Italian Sundays this year have all come from this right here. Forgotten Giallo, Volume 2. This is from Vinegar Syndrome. This was real easy, just kind of like looking through. I chose this mainly because, and I said this in the first one, The Girl in Room 2A. I remember that from when I was a kid. When I was a teenager, I would watch that movie quite a bit. And then you got The French Sex Murders, which was a new one up on me, and I really dug that movie. I think everyone should see it. I think that's a really well done movie. Today we're going to talk about My Dear Killer. My Dear Killer is a riddle wrapped in an enigma, subdued by a mystery. That's to paraphrase someone else. But yeah, so the riddle. I'm going to put this right here. The riddle is at the very beginning of the movie, there's this man named Mr. Paradiso. Mr. Paradiso is standing out by what looks like could be a quarry lake. They call it a swamp, but that's what it looks like. He's standing out there, and there's this big earth moving equipment, and they're gonna do something. They're gonna dredge the quarry or swamp or whatever you want to call it. So he's standing there, and the guy gets in it. The guy gets in the big earth moving equipment, and it's one of those earth movers. It's not a scoop. It's not just like that. It's one of those earth movers that come down and grab things like this. It's got the big bucket that grabs like that. And, well, that bucket came down around his head and popped his head off like a cork. And so Mr. Paradiso is dead. The police come out there, they check it out, they look at the scene, they need to find out who this guy is. So they do some research and they find out that Mr. Paradiso used to be insurance investigator for a company. So the lead cop goes to the insurance company and they say, yeah, Mr. Paradiso, yeah, He used to work for us. He was with us up until the little girl Stefania went missing. You know, so he investigated Stefania's, her kidnapping, and he found things out. Now, we don't find out all the things that he found out until the end of the movie. But why would this little girl get kidnapped? And along with the little girl, her father was kidnapped also. So now, the first part is the riddle. Why was Mr. Perisio killed? The second part is the enigma. Why would anyone want to take this little girl and her father and kidnap them? Now you got the mystery. And here we are introduced to a bunch of weird characters. You got the aunt and uncle of the little girl, which is the brother of the father. You got the mother of the little girl, the wife of the father. You've got an artist who's a sculptor. You've got the chief of police. Who else do we have in here? We got the teacher. We have, there's got to be at least 10 characters that are introduced as possible suspects. Now, I'm not going to say who it is. I'm not going to tell you any more than what I've told you. This is a well-done movie. But, and this is a big but, if you're not a fast reader, because this movie is all in Italian. This is not a movie that has a really good English dub. So if you're not into reading, you might not want to watch this. I don't mind it. I like it. I think it lends something to it. So I watched the whole movie in Italian with the English subtitles. American, listen to me. With the English subtitles, I didn't catch everything, but I caught enough to know what was going on. Because man, they spoke fast, and the subtitles came and went real fast. That was a new one on me, because a lot of times when watching Italian films, I see that the language is paced out a little bit more than what it was on this movie. This one that just flew right by. It's an hour and 40 minutes. It's well directed. It's well done. The characters in this movie are just crazy. Mr. Maroney and the guy that lives down by the quarry, and his girlfriend, and it's a cool movie. I like the way that it all just kind of went together. I would say, what if I was to give this thing a rating? This definitely is 2.5 chainsaws out of 4. And if I'm going by Brother Max's scale, I would say, oh man, where would I put this? This is again, I seem to like this part of his scale. I would definitely say watch this with friends. I think as long as you're not distracted, you're not joking about it and laughing about it, and not move. As long as everyone's paying attention, I'm pretty sure everybody could watch this movie and know what's going on. So I'd say watch it with friends. It's a good time. Again, it's The Forgotten Gialli, Volume 2. That scene's actually in My Dear Killer. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. My Dear Killer is a good movie. I am the 13th Wolfman, and of course, like always, I'm on the prowl.